Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions, your number one channel where you get solutions to all your solving problems. It's nice having you in class again today. How have you been? Today we are going to continue on our academic videos, and then we are going to show you how to use the calculator to perform some matrix operations. On our last video we showed you how to multiply two matrices, and then we did that manually, and we also we calculated the determinant of a matrix. So we are going to show you how to use your calculator to do this. You might not be in exam hall with your mobile phone, but you will always be with your calculator. So as you watch this video, you can turn on your calculator and then work with us, because we wanted to use the emulator for Casio Fx-991ES Plus, but we said, okay, instead of using the emulator, let's just use the application that can easily be downloaded, and then maybe the students or the users can easily access it on their mobile devices, and then they can work with us, maybe even if it's something you want to do for practice. So if you're coming to the channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment, share with your friends, and if you're a returning viewer, thanks for always checking on us. And for everyone, you can actually support us. To download this application, the link to the download or the link to the application will be on the description section, where you can access the link. And also, if you've not seen the first video on how we carried out the matrix multiplication using the manual method, you would also see the link there. And you will see the link to support us also on the description section, and you will also find that on the channel description, I think the about section of the channel. So now let's start. You put on your calculator, the Casio Fx-991ES Plus, and then your calculator on the mobile app is already on. So the next thing is you press mode on your calculator, and you also press mode, maybe if you're using your phone, but we prefer use your calculator. So you press mode on your calculator, which we actually did, and then matrix is on 6. So you press 6. I think this is also the sixth function here. We have math, calc 2, start and distribution 3, base n 4, table 5, and then the matrix 6. So you just click on the matrix, which means it's now on matrix mode. So your calculator, you also press 6, and it will take you to the matrix mode. Good. Now on your calculator, you have 1, 2, 3, matrix A, matrix B, matrix C. While on the phone, you have matrix 1 to 4, which is A to D. So now what it means is that your calculator can contain 3 matrices, whereas the mobile application can contain 4 matrices. So now let's say we want to use matrix A. This is the question we are working on. It was actually the question we used for the previous video, so we are going to still use the same data, or the same information, or the same data rather, to multiply. So since matrix A is 1, matrix B is 2, and matrix C is 3, so on your calculator, and same thing on your phone or maybe on the mobile application, but on this mobile application you have up to 4 matrices. So let's say we are going to work with matrix 1 or matrix A. So you click on 1. Now on your calculator, it is asking you to define the dimension of the matrix. Like, is it a 3 by 3 matrix? Is it a 3 by 2? Is it a 3 by 1? So if it's a 3 by 3 matrix, you press 1. If it's a 2 by 1 matrix, you press 6. And you can use the navigation key or the navigation button on your calculator to go down, so that you can see the other dimension of the matrices that you can impute on your calculator. So but I think the maximum there is the 3 by 3 matrix on your calculator. However, on this mobile app, you can see on the top right corner, change dimension. So this matrix is actually on a 5 by 2 matrix. You can see row by column, right? So we're having like 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're having 2 columns, 1 and 2. However, the matrix you saw some seconds ago, some minutes ago, is a 3 by 3 matrix, like 2 3 by 3 matrices. So you click on this change dimension, and then you change the dimension. Now you can see you can impute at most a 7 by 7 matrix. That's very huge. That's an added advantage. On your calculator, the max you can impute on this Fx-991ES Plus is a 3 by 3 matrix, but on this mobile app you can impute up to what 7 by 7 matrix. So since we are dealing with two 3 by 3 matrices, you click on the row which is 3, and then you come down to the column which is also 3. You can now see that 9 cells have been highlighted, so that defines what your 3 by 3 matrix. So if I click on 4 now, which means I'm actually trying to define what one row, yeah, and then 4 columns. So it's actually what a 4 by 1 matrix, or 1 by 4 matrix rather. But we are dealing with a 3 by 3 matrix, which is you click on that tree, and then you also come down to this next the third, or let's say the 9th cell. So you are now having a 3 by 3 matrix highlighted. Are we together? So you click on done. So you can now see that the matrix is what a 3 by 3 matrix. Are we together? Good. So we now start imputing the data. We have 1. When you impute the data now on your calculator, since it's a 3 by 3 matrix, let's go back to your calculator. You say 1 also. So you now see the array with what the cells, like for you to impute the elements. All of them there are 0 0 0 0 because there are no elements in it. So you just do what? You fill in the elements on your calculator, but we are going to use it on the application. So the first element is 1. You say equal to it to take it to the next one. Same thing on your calculator. When you impute it, you just click on equal to it to take it to the next that's row, or let's say the next column rather, on the first row, to take it to the next column on the first row. So we're having 3 and then 0 to now bring you down to the second row. -1 2 1. Then we're on the third row, 0 0 and 2, right? So we have imputed all the data we want to impute on what? For matrix A, or for the first matrix. So the same thing on your calculator, you do the same thing. We have -1, we have 2, we have 1, we have 0, we have 0, and we have 2. So it means it has been what? It has been stored on matrix A on your calculator and on the mobile application as well. But remember, we are trying to multiply two matrices, so you just click on AC on your calculator or AC on the what? On the mobile app. You can still see that it's on the matrix mode. You can see this on the screen. If you're using your calculator, you see MAT at the top there, as that it's on what? It's on matrix mode. So for us to get to impute the other matrix, which is what? Matrix B, on your calculator and on the phone, you say what? Shift, and then you click on, or you press 4. You press 4. Are we together? Now on your calculator, you see dimension, data, matrix A, matrix B, matrix C, matrix of answer, determinant, and transpose. Whereas on your mobile, on the mobile application, as you can see now, it is still asking you to either impute matrix A, matrix B, matrix C, or matrix D, depending on what you want to do. So since we have imputed matrix A, we want to impute what? Matrix B. So the next simple thing you can do on your mobile app, please, you just have to follow us through, because we are trying to show you how to do it on your mobile app as you can do it what? On your calculator. Good. So you click on 2, which is what? Matrix B. Now we are working on a 5 by 5 matrix, but we still want to work with a what? A 3 by 3 matrix. So we change the dimension to what? 3 by 3. You got how we did that, right? Good. So you click on done. Now let's go back to your calculator. Since what we need is what? Matrix B, which is the second matrix. On your calculator, you click on 1, which is what? Dimension. So it's now asking you dimension of what matrix. Remember that we already have something on matrix A, so we say 2, which is what? Matrix B. So what's the dimension you want to use? M by N, which is what? A 3 by 3 matrix. So you also say 1 on your calculator. So you now see the array for what? Matrix B, where you can impute what? The elements on your calculator. And as you can see on the screen on the mobile app, we are on the 3 by 3 matrix, and we want to impute the elements of what? Matrix B. So the same thing we are going to do. 2 equal to, that's the first element, 3 equal to. So as we are doing it on the mobile app, you can as well be doing it on what? Your calculator. 2 equal to, 3 equal to, it to take you to the next cell where you can impute what? The next element. So we're having 4. Then the next one is 1 2 3. We have 1 2 3 on your calculator. Then we come to the last row, which is what? -1 1 and 2. So we have -1, 1 and what 2, sorry, 1 and 2. Good. So we have imputed the data on the calculator, and we have also imputed the data on what, on the mobile app. So we now have matrix A and what, matrix B on what, the calculator and the mobile app. Please, if you are missing it, you can always pause the video, make sure that you get it up to the point we are, so that we can continue together, so you don't miss out any of the steps. Hope you got that. Good. So far we've been able to identify the two matrices, like matrix A and matrix B. Now the next thing we want to do is what, we want to multiply the two matrices to see if we can arrive at the answer we arrived at when we multiplied it out, or when we multiply them out manually. So the next thing is what, you still press your AC on your calculator, and you still press your what, AC on the mobile app. Good. So you still go to what, shift 4 on your calculator, and then shift 4 on your what, on your mobile app. Now you can see on your calculator it's still asking you from 1 to 8, which is from dimension to transpose, and then on the mobile app you can still see matrix 1 to matrix 4, and you can see that matrix A and matrix B on the mobile app are what, 3 by 3 matrices, because those are the matrices we have imputed, whereas C and D is a 5 by 1 and 2 by 1 matrix. Those are the matrices I was using before we started this video. Hope we are together. Good. And what do we need? We need matrix A and matrix B. So for us to do that, we come to names. We come to what? Names. So on the mobile app, you just click, you can see matrix A, you click on matrix A, you can see the elements are out. You can confirm we have 130 minus 121 002. Is that not? You click on multiplication. That means you want to multiply matrix A by something. We are on the mobile app. Are we together? You still go back to shift 4, still on names, you click on matrix B, which means you've multiplied matrix A by what? Matrix B. You can now see the product displayed on the screen, which is actually the same as what we got when we multiplied it out manually. So let's still show you the product we got when we multiplied it out manually. You can now see that the product of the matrix we got the first time we did it manually is actually the same as what you can see on your screen now. Good. So now when you are with your calculator, the next thing we want you to do is that upon pressing the shift 4, and then you're seeing your dimension, your data, your matrix, the 3, which is matrix A, matrix B, matrix C, math answer, determinant, and transpose. Now you would have to click on 3. You see now that matrix A is out, right? Good. You say multiplied by, you press the multiplication sign, you go to what? Shift 4 again, and then since you are multiplying matrix A by matrix B, you click on 4. So you are multiplying what? Matrix A by what? Matrix B. Now when you press equal to, if you're using your calculator as we've instructed earlier, you should be able to arrive at the answer. You should be able to arrive at the answer. So if you've arrived at the answer, congratulations. But if you missed any step, you can always pause this video, go back, and you'll get the answer. So you can see on your calculator now, Casio Fx-991ES Plus, that the answer, you now see the array we have 5, 9, 13, minus 1, 2, 4, minus 2, 2, and what? 4 as the product of matrix A and what? Matrix B. Hope you got that. Good. Now before we move to something else, let's press our AC on the calculator and what? AC on the mobile app. Now shift 4 again. Let's just show you something, not that okay you just know it for knowing sake. Let's say perhaps you've made a mistake. Maybe your matrix A, after you've imputed your data and you find out that okay your matrix A is wrong. How do you edit it? Like maybe instead of having 130 for matrix A, you have used 103. So how do you edit it? So the first thing you are going to do, if you are with your calculator, you press what? Shift 4, which you've actually done using what? Using the mobile application here. So upon pressing the shift 4, you go to data, which is 2. You go to data, which is what? Which is 2. Now the data still will display the 3 matrices, but remember that we want to correct something on matrix A. So you press 1. So it will now bring you the data on what? On matrix A. Hope we are together. Good. Now the same thing on the mobile app. Upon pressing the shift 4 and you go to names, in this time around, not data, you go to names, you can see this edit icon at the right end here of the different matrices. You can see what the edit icon for matrix A to matrix D, which is 1 to 4. So you just click on the edit icon for matrix A. You can now see that you'll be able to edit the elements on matrix A, just like you can be able to edit the elements on matrix A on what your calculator. Please take your time, pause the video, go back. We are trying to work with your calculator and the mobile app. The functions are the same, the interface differ a bit, but you would have the same result. So we don't want to miss out on anything. So we are working with you on the mobile application and then on your calculator as well. Are we together? So with this now, maybe if you've actually imputed 103, as we said earlier, you can now edit it by just saying equal to 1 equal to, it will take you to the next one, or you can be using the navigation icon. On your calculator you have like 4 arrows there at the center of the replay, so you can be using that to be going top, maybe right, left, as the case may be, depending on the direction you want to go to. Whereas on the mobile app, you can just be using, maybe you touch your screen, maybe depending on the kind of phone you're using, you touch your screen and it take you to different cells, and then you edit the elements accordingly. Are we together? Good. So that's how you perform what? That's how you perform the multiplication of two matrices. Now on that video, press AC on your calculator and then AC on the mobile app. On that video, we also showed you how to calculate the determinant of a matrix, and on that video we still use what? Matrix A. You can always check it out. We still use matrix A. So what we are going to do now is that we want to find the determinant of what? Matrix A. So the same thing we want to do, shift 4 on your calculator and then what? Shift 4 on the mobile app. So you can now see on your calculator dim to what? Transpose. But in this case, we want to what? We want to find the determinant, and determinant is actually what? The 7th function or the 7th command. So you press 7. So it's now asking you the determinant of what? There's an open bracket there, and it's asking you for the input, the determinant of which matrix. Now on your mobile calculator, you can see 3 different headings. We have names, we have edit, and we have math. In this case, we are going to math. Now on this math, you can see you have different things you can do with a particular matrix, like the mathematical functions you can carry out with a particular matrix. So what we want to do is what? We want to find the determinant of what? A matrix. We want to find what? The determinant of a matrix, and you can see that that's on what? Number 1. So you just click on that. So it's now same thing that is displayed on your calculator will be displayed on the mobile app. Now waiting for you to impute the matrix whose determinant you want to what? You want to find, or whose determinant you want to determine, as the case may be. So the next thing is what? You still go to shift 4 on your calculator and then shift 4 on the mobile app. You now go to names. On your calculator, you can see dim, data, math A, math B, math C, math answer, determinant, and transpose. So what are we looking for? We want to determine, or want to calculate what? The determinant of what? Matrix A. So on your calculator, matrix A is stored on 3. So you just press 3. You can now see that 3 has been imputed inside the bracket of what? That determinant that was opened, the bracket that was open. So you now have what? Determinant of matrix A. Same thing you can do on your mobile app. Math A is what? The first one. So you just click on it. You can now see that what? The answer is already displayed on your screen, which is 10. And if you go back to that video, or maybe on the images we've been showing to you, you will find out that what? The determinant of that matrix we got on the first video is 10. So your calculator, you just press equal to, and you should be able to see 10. If you did not see 10, you would have made a mistake from what? Imputing your data. And actually, if maybe the first product was correct, then this shouldn't be wrong, because if the product of the two matrices were the same, it is the same A we used to multiply B that we are trying to find the determinant of. So which means you should be able to have 10 as the determinant of matrix A, as you can actually see on the what? On the calculator. So we have shown you how to find the determinant of a matrix. We have shown you how to do what? Like if you want to edit, you come to what? Shift 4 and then you come to edit. Now instead of going to edit, you can just come to names and then you click on what? The edit icon. Same thing on your calculator, you go to what? Shift 4 and then you go to data. The data means you've actually stored those things on your calculator. So you just press 2 on your calculator. So what do you want to edit? Which of the matrices do you want to edit? I want to edit matrix A, I want to edit matrix B. So let's say you want to edit matrix B, so you just press 2 and to take you to the matrix B that you've already stored on your calculator. You can see it displayed on your screen as what, on your calculator screen rather, as what, 234 123 and then minus 112, as you've seen on the paper or maybe on the note we've actually shown to you earlier. So it means that matrix B is correct, matrix A is also correct. So we've shown you how to do what, how to edit. Maybe if you've made a mistake, you just come back there, you click in, or maybe you type in the right value, you press equal to it to take you to the next column or the next row as the case may be, or you can use your navigation key to move around the different arrays. Whereas on your mobile app, you can just be clicking on the screen and then taking you to the different cells where you want to make your inputs. Are we together? And on the last video, we gave you an assignment that we said you should multiply matrix A by matrix B. You've seen it, right? We gave you this assignment. We said you should multiply matrix A by matrix B, and then we are having what, a 3 by 3 matrix and what, a 3 by 1 matrix. We don't know if you've actually done it or you've not done it. However, we are still going to do it on this particular video. So we are working with a 3 by 3 matrix and what, a 3 by 1 matrix. So what do? We are going to impute the 3 by 3 matrix and what, the 3 by 1 matrix. So the 3 by 3 matrix, we've shown you how to get the dimension of a 3 by 3 matrix. So let's say we are going to matrix C now. Let's not alter our matrix A and our matrix B. So instead of using matrix A and B for this particular operation on your mobile app, we are not going to work on your calculator now. We just want to see it live. So if you want to do it, just follow the steps we've narrated or we've described or we've shown you how to use on the mobile app. So now you just come to what, matrix C. You click on the edit icon, matrix C, and you come to what, change dimension. We need a 3 by 3 matrix. You see now we've done that, right? You click on the tray and then you click on the other end of the tray that will now define the 3 by 3 matrix. You click on done. The next thing is what, you impute the data. We have this, and then we have 3, we have -4, we have -2, and we have 5, 3, and then we have what, 5. So we've actually imputed what, the data for matrix C, which on this case is what, matrix A. AC, we come to matrix again, and then we come to D. What's the dimension of this matrix? This matrix is a 3 by 1 matrix. So we come to dimension, we click on 3. So we're having what, we're having a 3 by 1 matrix. You saw what we did there, right? A straight line, because we are just having one column, which is a straight line, but we're having 3 rows, which is what, 1 2 3. Hope you can see it. That's a 3 by 1 matrix. So you click on done. So you impute the values again. We have 4 equal to 2, and then I say 2, multiplying 2, and then we have 1. Good. So we have imputed, or we have stored the data for matrix C and matrix D. So how do we then multiply it? You just come to what, matrix 4, shift 4 again, and you click on what, matrix C times what, matrix D. So you can see that the answer we got as a 3 by 1 matrix is what, 9231, which is actually the answer we got earlier on. We believe this should be able to check you if you made a mistake or you arrived at the same answer as we did. So on this video, we've been able to show you how to multiply matrices, how to find the determinant of matrices using the mobile application, and also using the Casio Fx-991ES Plus, because it's more like an emulator of the calculator, but it's better, let's say it's easier, because you can have it on your phone and you can go about, move around with it. But please don't cheat with it in your exam. Thank you very much. Very, very important. Please don't cheat with it. Always know how to use it on your calculator, and then use your calculator to check your answer in case you want to do it manually. So yeah, as we are saying, we've actually shown you how to find the determinant, how to impute your data in the different matrix dimension on the calculator and as well on the mobile application. We are going to show you manually how to find the inverse of a matrix, and after that we are still going to show you how to use your calculator to find the inverse of a matrix. But until then, please subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed. Please support the channel, like our videos, share with your friends, and then just keep following us. You'll see the next video very soon. Make sure you keep being good engineers, good surveyors, good mathematicians. Just keep being good at what you're doing, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a nice time. Bye.